The year 2003 marked a turning point in Iraq's history. The fall of Saddam Hussein's regime brought with it the promise of a new era, one where democracy and economic prosperity would flourish. At the helm of this ambitious endeavor was Dr. Sinan al-Shabibi, a man who would dedicate his life to rebuilding his nation's shattered economy. Tasked with the daunting challenge of revitalizing the Iraqi dinar, Dr. Shabibi embarked on a mission to restore its value and its place on the global stage. Dr. Shabibi understood that a strong national currency was not merely an economic indicator, it was a symbol of national pride and stability. The dinar, once a source of strength for Iraq, had been ravaged by years of conflict and mismanagement. Its devaluation had crippled the economy, leaving ordinary Iraqis struggling to afford basic necessities. Dr. Shabibi's mission was clear: to reverse the dinar's fortunes and, in doing so, uplift the lives of the Iraqi people. His vision extended beyond mere economic recovery. Dr. Shabibi envisioned an Iraq where a stable and robust dinar would attract foreign investment, stimulate economic growth and pave the way for a brighter future. He knew that this would be no easy feat, but he was undeterred. Armed with his unwavering determination, sharp intellect, and deep understanding of global finance, Dr. Shabibi set out to craft a master plan that would reshape Iraq's economic destiny. Dr. Shabibi's vision for the Iraqi dinar was ambitious yet pragmatic. He recognized that restoring the currency's value would require a multi-pronged approach, one that addressed both the immediate challenges and the long-term structural issues plaguing the Iraqi economy. He understood that success hinged on fostering a delicate balance between government support and central bank independence, a notion often met with resistance in the tumultuous world of post-war Iraqi politics. His plan centered on the principles of transparency, fiscal discipline, and a commitment to international best practices. He believed that by aligning Iraq's monetary policy with global standards, he could restore confidence in the dinar and attract the foreign investment needed to fuel economic growth. This meant tackling inflation, strengthening the banking sector, and creating a more stable and predictable economic environment. Dr. Shabibi knew that the road to recovery would be paved with challenges. The Iraqi economy was still reeling from decades of sanctions and conflict. Corruption was rampant, infrastructure was in ruins, and the spectre of violence loomed large. Yet despite these daunting obstacles, his belief in Iraq's potential never wavered. He was determined to leave behind a legacy of economic stability and prosperity for generations to come. At the heart of Dr. Shabibi's master plan was a comprehensive set of reforms aimed at stabilizing the Iraqi dinar and laying the foundation for sustainable economic growth. He understood that restoring confidence in the currency was paramount. To achieve this, he implemented a series of measures designed to curb inflation, reduce the money supply, and strengthen the Iraqi banking system. One of his key initiatives involved gradually phasing out the old Iraqi dinar notes, which were associated with the previous regime and were widely counterfeited. This was a massive logistical undertaking requiring the printing and distribution of billions of new banknotes across a country still grappling with security challenges. Yet Dr. Shabibi and his team at the Central Bank of Iraq executed this transition with remarkable efficiency, demonstrating their commitment to restoring order to the country's financial system. He also recognized the importance of modernizing Iraq's banking sector. Under his leadership, the Central Bank of Iraq implemented stricter regulations, introduced new banking technologies, and encouraged the growth of private banks. These reforms aimed to improve financial inclusion, facilitate investment, and create a more robust and resilient financial system. Dr. Shabibi's unwavering commitment to economic reform often put him at odds with powerful political factions within Iraq. The post-war political landscape was fraught with tension and rivalry, with various groups vying for control and influence. Many of these actors saw the central bank and its vast reserves of foreign currency as a potential source of patronage and enrichment. Dr. Shabibi, however, refused to compromise his principles. He steadfastly resisted attempts to interfere with the central bank's independence or to use its resources for political gain. He believed that the bank's primary responsibility was to the Iraqi people, not to any particular party or faction. His stance earned him the respect of international observers who lauded his commitment to good governance and transparency. However, it also made him enemies within Iraq, those who resented his refusal to bend to their will. Despite facing constant pressure and even threats, Dr. Shabibi remained resolute in his determination to safeguard the integrity of Iraq's financial system.